Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Sign that Golden Bachelor's Bear Myrden does pick one of the women in show's finale. The Golden Bachelor star Bear Myrden has provided a telling hint that he does pick a winner during Sunday night's finale. Bear's Facebook bio lists him as in a relationship, appearing to confirm he is dating one of the women on the show. The account, which is private, allows followers to see his relationship status. Bear has long been a devoted father to his 3 sons, after losing his wife Audrey to brain cancer 14 years ago. Although he is expected to choose someone in the finale, rumors have been swirling that the relationship may have already ended. Bear has lived in Australia since 1998, when he moved to Sydney with his wife Audrey, who tragically died 14 years ago after a long cancer battle. Viewers have been captivated by Bear's journey from heartbreak to hope as he searches for love later in life. And Sunday's finale promises all the tears, tension, and romance fans have come to expect. Fans are calling for a spin-off after one charming contestant won them over. Transformation coach Jan Herdman, 6'6", has quickly won the hearts of audiences through her upbeat attitude, charismatic personality, and incredible dedication to fitness. However, the Sydney-based personal trainer was axed from the show after leading man Bear failed to form a romantic connection with her. Shocked viewers are now calling for Jan to appear in her own spin-off series called The Golden Bachelorette, in which a group of refined bachelors would vie for her heart. Bear's loss. The next Golden Bachelorette, one person wrote. You should be the next Bachelorette, a second added. You were so dignified, articulate, and beautiful. Far too good for Bear. We'll look forward to seeing you on screen again, another chimed in. Someone else wrote. Jan for the Bachelorette. Nine's The Golden Bachelor is itself a spin-off from its American counterpart, and the US ABC commissioned its own The Golden Bachelorette in 2024, starring former contestant Joan Vassos. Series host Samantha Armitage has said she would love to expand the franchise. She told Yahoo Lifestyle, "As we say with this show, you don't know what the future holds. So I think let's just get the inaugural Australian season to air and see how that goes. I think there is a bright future ahead for this show." From the very first night Bear Myrden stepped out of that limo with his soft smile and steady eyes, viewers sensed something different about this season of The Golden Bachelor. Bear wasn't there for fame, drama, or fleeting romance. He carried himself like a man who had lived, loved, lost, and learned exactly what mattered. And as the finale approaches, the clues are stacking up like rose petals on the mansion driveway. All signs point to one thing. Bear doesn't walk away alone. He chooses someone. Maybe he already has. Because if you've been watching closely, the hints are everywhere. It starts with his body language. Throughout the season, Bear has been warm with every woman, respectful, kind, patient. But with one in particular, something shifts. His shoulders relax. His laugh comes quicker. He leans in just a little closer, like the world has quieted around them. It's subtle, but it's real. During group dates, he checks the room for her. During conversations, his eyes drift back to her when others are talking. It's not forced. It's instinct. And instinct doesn't lie. Then there are the conversations. Bear hasn't been interested in surface-level chatter. He asks deeper questions about childhood memories, family traditions, heartbreaks, second chances. When he finds someone who answers with honesty instead of rehearsed lines, you can see it land. There's one fireside chat in particular that felt less like a reality show moment and more like 2 old friends reconnecting after years apart. No cameras, no competition, just 2 people speaking softly under the stars. That wasn't television. That was intimacy. Producers may craft storylines, but they can't manufacture that kind of quiet connection. Another sign. His future talk. Early in the season, Bear spoke cautiously about love. Words like maybe, if, and we'll see filled his sentences. But lately, something's changed. Now he says things like, when we travel someday, I'd love to cook dinner together. I can picture mornings like this. Not if, not maybe. His using we. That's the language of a man who already sees someone beside him. Friends and family visits made it even clearer. When Bear introduced one woman to his loved ones, the energy felt different. He wasn't just hoping they'd like her, he wanted their approval. He watched their reactions closely, almost nervously. That's not something you do for someone you're unsure about. That's what you do when you're protecting something precious. And let's talk about the smiles. Bear smiles a lot. But there's one smile, softer, slower, almost shy, that only appears with one person. It's a kind of smile that says, I didn't expect to feel this again. For a man who has lived decades, loved deeply, and faced loss, falling again isn't easy. So when that smile shows up, it means everything. Even the editing hints at it. The show keeps circling back to their moments. Shared jokes, lingering hugs, quiet glances. The music swells differently during their scenes. Time seems to stretch. The world fades. Reality TV thrives on suspense, but editors can't resist love stories. And this one feels like it's being framed as the heart of the season. There's also Bay's vulnerability. He doesn't open up to everyone equally. But with her, he talks about grief, fear, loneliness, the parts of life that most people hide. He shares stories about nights that felt too quiet and mornings that felt too empty. You don't bare your soul like that unless you trust someone completely. Trust is the foundation of forever. Not fireworks. Not drama. Trust. And perhaps the biggest sign of all, he looks peaceful. Throughout the journey, Bear has carried the weight of decision-making. Sending women home hasn't been easy. You could see the conflict on his face every rose ceremony. But lately, he seems lighter, calmer. Like a man who already knows his heart. Like someone who isn't searching anymore because has found what he came for. That's not the look of a bachelor preparing to leave alone. That's the look of a man ready to start the next chapter. Fans online have noticed too. Social media is buzzing with screenshots and slow-motion clips. The way his hand naturally finds hers, the extra seconds before they say goodbye, the private jokes no one else understands. Chemistry like that can't be scripted. It's lived. And then there's the biggest clue of all, hope. Bear didn't join the Golden Bachelor for entertainment. He joined because he believes love doesn't expire. That companionship doesn't have an age limit. That hearts can still race, even after decades. Walking away single would feel incomplete. But choosing someone that fits the man we've watched all season. Someone steady, loyal, ready. So when finale night arrives and the last rose sits in his hand, don't be surprised if there aren't tears of confusion. Expect certainty. Expect a deep breath. Expect that gentle smile. Because all the signs, the glances, the conversations, the comfort, the language of we point to one undeniable truth. Bear Myrden isn't just dating. He's falling. And when a man like Bear falls, he doesn't hesitate. He chooses. He commits. He loves. So yes, if the clues mean anything at all, the Golden Bachelor won't end with goodbye. It will end with two people walking away hand in hand, ready to prove that love stories don't have an age limit. They just get better with time.